Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. So today, you can see everything behind me has ran off. There's a couple of puddles, but not many. There was quite a few road closures and bridge washouts yesterday, and Dallas County got hit, I think, with about 15 inches of rain. Cleburne got over 12 inches of rain. We're showing about 5 inches of rain. They changed the weather forecast, so they had said today it was going to be 40%. Now they're saying 50%. And we kind of saw some dark clouds come in. We've got a north wind, guys. It's beautiful out here. And then rain. We have chances of rain every day this week except the weekends. And then it moves in more next week with continued cooler temps. So what am I going to do today? I'm going to transplant some of my seedlings into 3-inch pots to get ready to plant. Guys, this is a fantastic time for you to sow your garden if it's outside, for you to do some seed starts, because I think now it's finally cool enough to go ahead and get some of those going. And I wanted to update you on my sunflower seed tray that I planted about 5 days ago, that I told you I wanted to get microgreens from, and show you how those have fared along with some of my other seeds. Let's get started. Holy mackerel, look at all these beautiful sprouts that have come up from this black oil sunflower seed. And this was sold, guys, as bird food, so it just goes to show you can buy bird food, which is sometimes cheaper, and sow it and get you a big harvest of sunflowers or of greens. So as these get a little bit bigger, I'm going to snip them off, and I'll do another video and show you how we're going to treat them as microgreens and eat them. I think that this might be a great idea because I grew these guys in less than a week. So this is some of my cauliflower plants. You can see that they are appreciating these much cooler temps, and they're coming up a little bit better. Here is my cabbage. You can see where I reseeded. Guys, they're coming up a little bit better, but I still have some vacant little spots in here where they did not germinate. We'll wait and see. But look at my lettuces and my bok choy so far. Now, here is my Vulcan Swiss chard. Here is my new kale. These 2 rows are bok choy. Over here I have the butter crunch lettuce. I'm a little concerned about the black seeded Simpson, but we'll wait and see if those come up in the next couple of days. And here are my onions. They are continuing to grow well. And what I'll do is I'll transplant these guys into a bigger tub before I put them into the ground and let them sit there a little bit, but I'm gonna let these continue to go. Cauliflower is also liking the cooler temps, and you can see where I reseeded some of these compartments, and they're starting to germinate. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better about the germination of some of the seeds, but I still think that there's an issue, and I think these cooler temps are helping. So my herbs are starting to come up. I can see my lime basil, and I'm looking over there at my oregano. It's starting to come up, and my thyme is starting to come up. I'm hoping to see that peppermint and those chives pop today. I'm getting my soil mixed in good, and just like a little bus tub, guys. And I am using organic potting soil, which is hard to find right now. I went to Ace, Tractor Supply, Atwood's, and I ended up going to Callaway's Nursery, which is popular here in Texas, to get organic potting soil to transfer my seedlings. So peaceful, guys. Look at that. Just beautiful. A beautiful morning to get some seeds transplanted and ready to go into the ground. Look at that. So if you bought some of those tubs for your wicking tubs, they all come with this yellow lid. This yellow lid is perfect, guys, to set your 3-inch pots that you're going to transplant your seedlings into from your seed pod tray. So the lids act like a little wicking tray themselves. Whenever we water these and the water goes through, the water stays in these lids, or these tray lids. I call them tray lids now. And it'll soak up into your plant and keep it damp and moist. So why do we do this instead of direct sowing? So number one, we start many of our fall crops, with exception of turnips, beets, the rocky top lettuce that I'm going to broadcast spread, and you can broadcast spread any lettuce if you want, but right now we're starting some in some seed pods. And the reason why we do this is most of our broccolis, our cabbage, our cauliflowers, let me see what else I got, my herbs, I can start these in seed trays. Number one, I can see germination. I can see how my germination is doing. Number two, I can transplant them to the 3-inch pots to give them a little bit more head start before I pop them in the ground, and it gives them a better chance at surviving in the ground and in my garden. It also helps with spacing. So I know about how much space my broccoli is going to take. I know about how much space my cabbage is going to take. We grow the golden acre cabbage, which is a little bit smaller heads, and they come to fruition quicker. We know about how long it's going to take for broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. Lettuces are a quick turnaround, but we want to go ahead and take them out of get them started in your seed trays, and then put them in little 3-inch pots, because then they'll get a nice size group of roots and a good soil start in them. Now again, we're using organic potting soil, and we used organic seed starting mixture, and that just helps them get going a little bit better before you put them in the ground. And so these will stay in these pots probably another couple of weeks before I pop them in the ground. And again, it's going to help me with spacing. It's going to help me with planting in my garden. It's going to help me see how much room I'm taking up. And it's just going to give my plants a better chance of surviving. So here is my cabbage. I'm going to go in and I'm going to take these bigger seed starts, and I'm going to pop them in to a 3-inch pot. Now these 3-inch pots, guys, I got off Amazon, and they are about 10 cents a piece. The more you get, of course, the cheaper they get. But if you buy like 100 of them, they're $11. And we have reused these many times over, for several years actually. And we just pop these in the ground, and we just take the little pots and stack them together and get them ready for next year. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. When removing my seeds out of my little seed pods, I use a tongue depressor, guys. So I'm going to put a little bit of soil in my pot here, and I'm going to make a little hole, and I'm going to take my tongue depressor. Now, depending on the soil you use, sometimes it's easier. And I'm just going to pop these little plants out. I'm going to put them in there. And I'm going to add, very gently, my soil around my seedlings. Now what this is going to help is, if you leave your seeds in your seed pods too long, they'll get root bound, guys. And there's a good chance once you pop them in the ground, if they're root bound, then they'll have a hard go at it, and many won't make it at all. So I'm going to set this over there. And they'll also, guys, if you're not careful, get root bound in your little 3-inch pots, but this buys us more time to get them in the ground. And so what this does is it also allows you to start your seeds a little bit sooner, because you got more time to get them in the ground, and more time to get them established before you put them in the ground. So once we get these all potted up, and I'm only going to pot the bigger ones, the ones that are just now starting to germinate, I'm going to leave in the tray, and that's going to open up some of the tray pods for me to start more of the same plants in each tray, and kind of keep them going. And this depends on how much room you got and how much you're planning on growing, guys. So we've got them in here, and we're going to water them down real good, and we're just going to move right on through these bigger plants I'll go ahead and transplant some of these, and I'll split them a little bit because I don't want to put too many, but I may leave, if there's 2 growing in each pod, I may go ahead and leave 2 just to make sure, and then thin it out as it gets a little bit bigger. So things that you want to direct sow, again, are like your beets and your turnips, and I usually do a row up, and then I just direct seed into the ground for beets and turnips. Again, broadcast spreading your lettuces, maybe your spinach, radishes, carrots, let's see, what else do I broadcast? Oh, onions, of course. Onions are a broadcast spread. Leeks, if you can grow them this time of year. What else can you broadcast spread? Let me think here. I think that's about it. There may be some others I'm not thinking about. If so, you guys be sure and leave comments below and tell me what you broadcast spread in your garden. So another thing that this also helps is save your seed. Some people may broadcast spread for cauliflower and for broccoli and then go in and thin it out. But guys, we're saving our seed, and we're putting 1 or 2 or 3 seeds in each of these pods instead of broadcast spreading them. So that's also going to help us save our seed. So everything looks to be recovering, at least around us. I know in Fort Worth and Dallas they were still having issues this morning with flooded roadways. But I'm going to keep on doing my transplants this morning and get ready to sow directly in the ground, which is probably going to be a couple of weeks from now. But thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate all of your support. We appreciate all of your concern. And most importantly, we appreciate all your prayers for rain, guys, because they were answered, and they were answered in a big way, and we desperately needed that rain here in Texas yesterday. So take care. God bless. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure and give us a thumbs up, and share this video with your friends, and we will be in touch this week. We have a lot more going on. Take care. See you soon.